Little Germany. That's the nickname for Taicang, a county-level city in China's Jiangsu province, around 50 kilometers away from the major international city of Shanghai. The city is a central hub for German businesses. From the early 1990s to now, the city has become home to 500 German businesses. German activities, food, culture are integral parts of the local life. That's perhaps representative of what most people think of China-Germany relations: economics, businesses, trade. And they are indeed important. According to the German Federal Statistical Office, China was Germany's most important trading partner in 2023 for the 8th consecutive year. The German Economic Institute's research shows that in 2023, German direct investments in China grew by more than 4% to a record 11.9 billion euros. Within the last 3 years, German companies invested as much in China as they did from 2015 to 2020. German Chamber of Commerce in China's report shows that 78% of German companies in China expect growth to be consistent in the country in the next 5 years. 54% of these companies plan to increase investments in China. When German Chancellor Olaf Scholz came to China in 2022, representatives from 12 major German businesses came with him. His most recent trip to China was accompanied by representatives from industry heavyweights like Siemens, Bayer, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz. 3 cabinet ministers went on the trip as well. Together with Scholz, they represented all 3 coalition government partners. But a close economic relationship isn't unique. As the world's second-largest economy, China has pretty tight economic relations with nearly all of the Western world. What stands out in China-Germany relations is a rare and consistent quality: economic mutual understanding, coupled with political pragmatism. Germany has not been a blind follower of Europe or the West's policy on China. Under Angela Merkel, Germany resisted the pressure to impose a full ban on Huawei against the wishes of the United States. Scholz is following a similar pattern. Despite heavy criticism by the West, he was the first EU leader to visit China after the 20th Party Congress in 2022. It made him the first Western leader to visit China since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. Oh, and by the way, Scholz opened a TikTok account only days before coming to China this time. And as the West looks to restrict China's clean tech exports, Germany, again, expressed its own views.
Global markets are now flooded with cheaper Chinese electric cars. The Commission is launching an anti-subsidy investigation into electric vehicles coming from China.
It's not like Germany doesn't have a stake in this. The automotive industry accounts for around 5% of Germany's GDP and 17% of German exports. If anyone has a good reason to play the protectionist card, it would be Germany. But that wasn't the case.
We want to sell, to say it, our cars. But this means that we are open to get the cars of other countries also on the market of Germany. We are not working protectionists.
We have important cooperation in the area of CO2 reduction and climate protection. I think Germany and China complement each other very well. I think tourism could be a good sector. The topic of circular economy is one of that is becoming increasingly important in China. This is a central issue in Germany. So there are many areas where we can work together, where Germany and China complement each other. I'm optimistic that this will continue.
Simply put, Germany has its own plan on its China policy and it sticks to it. That doesn't mean it won't get swayed by the West. It doesn't mean there's no differences within Germany itself. Even within Scholz's own coalition, the Green Party and the Free Democratic Party have known to be more hawkish and hardline towards China. His foreign minister, a Green, described China as posing a challenge to the fundamentals of how we live together in this world. The FDP even once removed the One China policy from its campaign platform. But over the past few decades, we've seen German leaders ultimately taking independent and pragmatic approaches to China, seeking cooperation. And that persistence is what ultimately makes the China-Germany relations work.